It's your boy Wired here. We're getting ready to watch some PRA PSN Wreckfest Season 18, Week Number 4 Silver Series. I'm going to be joined by my good friend and favorite ESPN reporter, Gucci Lane. How you doing, buddy?
Oh my gosh, Wired, such a nice compliment. How you doing, bud? First time in the booth with you. It's an honor.
Yeah, it is good. I'm kind of surprised that we've never been in the booth together, to be honest.
No, we haven't. No, this is the first time, so we'll see how bad we can screw this up together.
Oh, it'll be a fun-filled, chaotic night, and I can't wait for it.
Well, if it's anything like the bronze race, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you guys tuned into that Bronze Series race, obviously we're starting on Espedalen Main Circuit Reverse. Couple terrifying spots, especially that chicane. Especially with these guys, they're going to be in a tighter pack, and they give a little less space than some of these bronze guys do.
Yeah. Not so much, a little bit of everything going around the track there. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one fares. So, yeah, should be good.
It'll definitely be a fun one. I'm just pulling up the chat to make sure I can see everybody once everyone starts piling in. But let's pull a little bum skeg. Let's go through the top 5 and points here. Let me pull that up real quick.
I was about to say, I tried to find out and I couldn't, so I'm glad you got it.
Yeah, I do. All right. So starting off in first place, we got Kinger with a solid 90 points, 2 poles, 2 fast laps, 3 wins, having a really, really solid season overall. I know he said that he struggles here, so we'll see what happens.
Good, solid racer though. He should be fine.
Absolutely. In second place, we got Cyber Gamer, and this is quite a points gap. I did not realize this. It's a 17-point difference from first to second now. Cyber with 73 points, a pole position. Right behind Mr. Cyber is the one and only Racer Chick with 72 points. So, very close battle for that second place position.
Yeah. Don't underestimate her. Don't underestimate her one bit.
No, not at all. She can turn it on and go when she's got to. So, hopefully, we'll see some good racing out of those 3 tonight.
Absolutely.
In the fourth place position, we got Risky Wreck with 59 points. Risky Wreck's a newcomer this season. Good to see him pushing up that points board. And in the fifth place position, we have Daddy McNasty, one of the vets in this Silver Series.
I love his name. I just love that name. It just rolls off the tongue so nicely when you say it.
Yeah, it's especially fun when you're officiating them and someone just screams "Daddy" out of nowhere. It's really fun.
Well, you got to make sure you put the McNasty afterwards, so we get what's exactly going on there. So yeah.
It happens more than you'd think. I remember the first time it happened to Squeller, and we didn't let him live it down for like 4 weeks. So.
Oh no, I wouldn't either. No, absolutely not. So yeah, we'll definitely watch my tongue here as we're doing this call here. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I've had to catch myself a couple times. I don't know if I've said it. I probably have somewhere in the land of YouTube.
You probably have, yeah. That's all right.
It is what it is. But
yeah, it is what it is. That's his name, so technically it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Exactly. There's no special connotation about it, I promise.
No, it's a safe zone. You're good. We know.
But looks like we got a really solid group of people here tonight. Obviously, we got Mad Matt and Fiend for Speed, our 2 race winners from Bronze, joining us.
Yep, congratulations to those both on their wins tonight. Very good racing on both their parts.
Yeah, and Fiend's been having a hell of a racing week. I mean, last week in GT7, he was able to come away with the win, and now he came into Wreckfest and snagged another win, so he's doing good.
Slowly starting to dominate all disciplines.
He's going to be the new
take
W.
over. He's going to be the new W. Look out.
Yeah, but who are you going to be looking out for this race? This is a tricky one.
I don't know, to be honest with you. It seems like any time I root for somebody and call out their name, they tend to screw up. So you know what? In my heart of hearts, I want everybody to win. That way I'm safe. Just everybody. Everybody do a good job tonight. There we go. Everybody gets first in my heart.
Sounds good. Hey, Graham, do you need me to close the stream down and jump in that chat, or what's going on? Sorry, I'm just getting a chat from Graham. I just want to know if I'm allowed to go in there with the stream live or not. Because if there's some yelling that I got to take care of, then I would rather not do that on stream.
No, is this the driver chat that he's talking about?
Yeah, he wants me to jump in
Gotcha. Okay.
their chat.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I can pause the broadcast. We're going to be right back real quick. I'm going to just go hop in there and see what's going on. So I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Sorry for the delay. We have a new friend here apparently who registered that has not talked to anyone, and I decided that I don't run PS on Wreckfest anymore. I don't care what happens. It's on Colt. So,
Have fun, Colt.
good luck, sir.
Yeah. Have a ball.
I do help the guys out where I can, but a decision like that is ultimately not my job anymore.
Well, I noticed they got him on spectator, so maybe a decision was made there, or
Yeah, it sounds like it. So we're gonna get ready to do some qualifying here on Espadon. Um, I know we were talking about who we think is gonna do well here. I'm gonna go with Petrie. I've raced against Petrie on the other version of this track, the main route, and let me tell you, that
All
guy
right.
was fast. That was a little while back in the day, but I'm hoping he gets his racing stripes back going for this track here.
Well, who knows? We'll see what happens. Let's just find out here.
That's right. I am going to ride on board with him just to see.
Yeah, let me see if I can pick somebody here. I got my camera on Fiend for speed. See now he's making such a big mark here, so we'll see how he does.
Yeah, no, this wasn't the race that Fiend won, so I don't expect him to do as well here, but at that oval he was definitely showing some real solid pace.
Yeah. May do a little bit better. He's got a little bit more experience now. He's been on it once, so he's got a slight advantage here maybe, but we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, and I'm always a big believer in when you're racing with faster people, you just naturally get faster.
Right.
You just see in their lines, you're able to improve what you're doing, and it's just kind of how racing goes. You see it all over the place. So,
Oops, I'm trying to get up the times here.
D West says he's seen 3 of these guys get 58s or borderline 58-second laps. That is ridiculous.
Well, how about that, huh? Really? Okay.
I've only hit the 58s a handful of times, and let me tell you, it's not an easy lap to get.
I'd be lucky if I got a minute 3. So, I don't know what this language you guys are speaking of with those times. So,
well, you got to remember that I'm a sweaty tryhard in gold.
I know.
Not so much.
A great one.
Not so much this season. I've been taking a step back and really focusing over on Gran Turismo. So, I like to come and race and have fun. That's my goal now.
Right. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So have fun. Oh, Cyber took a little 360 there. I seen that.
Oh, that hurt me.
Made me dizzy watching that. I don't think he's wow.
So PRA after lap number 1 so far is on that pole position with a minute .029. So really solid lap.
You called it.
And that's just his first hot lap. He's still getting in the groove. I expect him to get into the mid to low 59s here. But I'm going to get off him so I don't commentators curse him, because it's a real thing, folks. I don't know.
I'm not buying it. I'm telling you, I'm not buying it. I'm not going to buy the commentator's curse. I don't know who started that vicious rumor.
I have some sick innate powers, and last time I streamed, every person I switched to and talked about died. So,
well, I don't think it's so much with me a commentator's curse, because ever since I decided to come into the booth, Oscar's done significantly better in the bronze. So, I'm just saying.
That's just because he doesn't have you in there to intimidate
I'm just saying.
him.
I mean, he almost won tonight, for gosh sake. So he's just doing better.
He is doing really good.
It's been a blessing for him. So. He sees it too. I know he does.
Oh, and Cyber hits the chicane again.
Yeah. That has been a driver's curse in the bronze, and looks like it's going to do the. Oh, Kinger just did the same thing. He hit the wall a little bit.
He's got
to reset.
Section. Westberg, I haven't ran Kyoto yet. I've been at Squellers all weekend. So leave me alone. Sorry, GT7 talk.
Show off. So Trackhawk right now, he's got the lead there with a 59.645, so they're under the minute mark.
Yep, they are under the minute, and I don't know if everyone's going to get there during this qualifying session, but I expect most people to be there in the race, other than maybe some of the bronze guys. But Mad Matt so far, up in that 4th place spot, he was the only one to hit the 59 in that bronze race.
Tell you, Matt is just, he gets in a groove and he is so solid. I mean, he just sticks to his line and he just gets faster and faster as he continues on. So
flipping, he took out the sign. I think I've caught every flip on screen so far.
This track's been vicious tonight.
Yeah, it's a brutal one. Oh, there's another person who's cartwheeling down the front line. Never mind, that was a little bit of lag, but it looked cool. Style points.
There you go.
Who was that? Let me go find who that was. It was Mr. AJ.
Oh, the boy from Kentucky.
But it seems like Trackhawk is holding on to that pole place position so far. Let me go I'm going to hop on board with PRA on his last hot lap here. He gets to the chicane. He hits it pretty good. And he does improve to a 59, but not quite enough.
I got the camera on AJ here. He's currently in ninth. Just going to see how he finishes up.
Yeah, and this track is brutal. To get a fast lap time here, you have to be perfect almost everywhere.
Seems that way. And, oh, yeah. I mean, coming through that one turn there, they get so close to the walls. I mean, yeah, you literally have to hit it perfect or you're done.
Yeah, it's a quick way to lose a lap for sure if you hit a wall, go off the track a little bit. Unless you're a psychopath like Outlier. I don't know if he's here tonight, but he likes to go for the world record line in the Speedy, which is way out in the grass.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't think he hits pavement. He maybe hits
Everyone's
pavement
got their grooves, you know. Everyone's got their grooves. Everyone's got their own game. Whatever works.
But Trackhawk going to be on that pole position. Cyber Gamer on his last lap jumped up into second, pushing Petrie down into third. The Bunk going to be in fourth. Racer Chicken fifth. AJ sixth. He bumped up quite a bit. Matt seventh. Kinger eighth. Grandpa Nat. Fiend for Speed 10th. And Slick going to be rounding out the field in 11th.
Interesting. You look at the top three guys there and their finish times, and there is hardly any difference, if any, between those three. So it's going to be quite interesting to see once they're all getting on there and get more laps under their belts.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a really fun race to watch. I mean, like I said, I've raced against Petrie here. He could be a menace. And Petrie's another guy, too. If you let him get away, he's going to go. He gets into a groove. He gets really solid, hard to pass. Really talented racer, especially on Espadalen.
So don't give him too much space, is what you're saying.
That's right. These top two guys, or even Bunk Racer AJ in behind, they just cannot let Petrie break free.
Well, with that, and just don't screw up on the turn. On this
right.
track, so yeah. So no pressure, It'll be good.
See, Ray would say Trackhawk is too fast. Yeah, that is a very good lap time. It's I expect most people in gold to be hitting around there, but maybe a little faster. But I'm sure these guys are going to improve these lap times in the race. Unless,
well, what's your time there usually there, Mr. Golden Standard there? I mean, what do you usually hit it in?
I hit the occasional 58, but I'm pretty solid at a 59.1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And that's kind of where my pace is. I'll have a couple laps where it's 59.4, 59.5, but it's mainly 59.1, 59.2 range.
Very impressive. Very nice.
Yeah, I only ever hit a 58 in a 4 gear. Some of these people are running 3 gear because W said so, but I don't believe it. So.
Well, if you don't believe it, I don't believe it. That's all there is to it.
Oh, I guess
I'm
in
the booth with you tonight. So. Yeah, I did the same thing. I forgot. We got to ready up.
All right, I'm gonna ride on board. I think I'm gonna ride on board with Mr. AJ, starting in that 6th place position. Spider, what's going on? Mr. Spider Monkey up in the chat.
Hop on board with the pink lady there, Racer Chick, see how she fares. So,
Now, I told Racer that she gives too much space, too much room. People push her around. She's got to start pushing back if she wants to, stay competitive for these race wins, because I'm always a believer in race how you want to be raced. If you push me, you best believe I'm going to push you back.
Okay, Robin's racing.
That's right.
Robin's racing.
I'm not saying if you get corner bombed to go and corner bomb them back. It looks like somebody, those Slick, maybe lagged out.
I didn't catch it, so that's not good. Well, if you're going to lag out, do it now.
Yeah, if he did lag out, we should be retiring here and getting him back in. If it was a lag out. If it was leaving, then that's another thing. And it looks like they're stopping to figure that out. Or maybe just getting grouped back up. Who knows?
I don't know. Who knows?
Colt's
I like
in
the
there.
Bunk's car, though. Have you seen the Bunk's car there? He's got a nice little stripe, Smurfy stripe looking thing going on there. I'm trying to,
Yeah, it's definitely a good-looking car, but we are green, green, green here at Espadon. We're doing 15 laps. Let's see how this corner one goes. Everyone keeps it somewhat tidy.
Yep, everyone's looking good. Cyber out front.
Yeah, Cyber took a good jump at the start to get around Mr. Trackhawk there. AJ has kind of had the outside line on a couple laps here.
Petrie rubbed him a little bit there, slowed him down, so he's going to lose a spot. And they, sorry, I keep wanting to call him they, and it's Cyber, but yeah, they're kind of a little aggressive there.
Yeah, Kinger dives it in on the inside of Bunk, so Bunk's forced on the outside. He might lose a second position to Mad Matt here. That's the tough thing about this track. If you get on the outside line, it is just so hard to keep your momentum up. And let's see, everyone made it through the chicane here pretty clean. Something must have happened with Fiend. He's pretty far back now, which is a shame, but lots of race left.
Right, plenty of laps left, so anything can happen at this point. So
that's right. I'm gonna hop on board up front here with Petrie. He's got a good view of these top two. And
I'm still hanging on Racer Chick here, so sorry about that. I got a good view of the top three there, and yeah, it's, they're all, they're not too close together, but they're all, everyone's right in line here, so.
Yeah, it almost seems like they're racing like the gold drivers do right now, where we all kind of get in the line, and we'll do our battles later on in the race. We just want to make it to the end.
I've noticed that commentating a couple gold races, like once you guys get in the line, it's like, okay, well, this is pretty much going to be how it ends maybe for the rest of the race, because,
Yeah, once we're in a line, it's pretty much, does someone make a mistake, or are you slowly catching someone? That's the only two ways you're going to make a pass once we're lined up.
Right. And it goes fast, though. It doesn't last very long. You guys take, you guys go through like it's nothing, so.
Well, Trackhawk so far with the fast lap. He hit another 59.6, slightly faster than his qualifying time, so showing really solid pace.
Ooh, Racer just touched the wall just slightly, but not enough really to do any major damage to her, so she's still hanging good there in fourth.
Yeah, just gave it a little smooch on the way by.
A little kissy.
But yeah, like you said, these guys and gal are all really just kind of single filed.
They are.
Nobody's really fighting each other.
No, not at all. It's been pretty solid throughout these first few laps here. So.
Yeah, and this is the type of racing I like to see. It shows consistent pace wise. Oh, Racer!
Racer gets it up on three wheels.
She lives. I don't know how.
She saved it, but she got on three wheels. That gives Kinger the opportunity to move up in fourth.
But Kinger does go a little bit wide here in corner one. Racer's going to get the inside line going into corner two. But Kinger holding that outside line speed and holding the position strong. Very well done. Trackhawk makes a tiny bit of contact. He's starting to pull away. He had a 6:05 now, so slightly improving, showing solid 0.6 pace.
Just like you said, those guys up the front there, they're just kind of slowly pulling away from the rest of the pack. So.
Yeah, definitely with that small mistake from Racer Chick going through the chicane there, it really opened up that gap for these front three. And if the race keeps going like this, I think this will be your 1, 2, 3 podium. Trackhawk with a clean chicane run. And he ran another 0.6. So yeah, that is his pace here is a 0.6. But Cyber ran a 0.562 that lap.
So I moved my camera up to Petrie so I can get behind the top three guys here, see how they're doing. Of course, they're doing fabulous, obviously, but yeah, none of them, they're getting kind of close with one another, but not enough really to make any sudden moves here, so.
Yeah, Cyber with a little bit of contact with the wall there doesn't really affect them too much. So if I'm Petrie, you're kind of just sitting here and waiting for these guys up front to make a mistake unless you wheeling them
down. I get the feeling that's what he's doing right here. He's just kind of waiting for the opportunity. So yeah, hopefully, he's time thinking, man, I wish one of these guys would do something here, but until they do, there ain't nothing much I can do but just hang on.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, especially looking at the qualifying with Cyber, I mean, he smoked that chicane a couple times, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he just gets out of a groove one lap and smokes it. But this looks like somebody's off the track back here. Hold on, that was Kinger. Had to go around the sign, the wrong side of the sign.
That's something I would do.
Yeah,
that or just hit the sign is what I usually do. Just get out of the way.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there. It looks like there was a big group just kind of battling, and he kind of got pushed out and didn't want to eat the sign.
Oh, and Cyber just got it up on two wheels. He hit the wall. That gives Petrie an opportunity to take second. And he saved it, but he hit that wall hard.
And that's what we were talking about, just waiting for someone to make a mistake.
Yep, there's the opportunity.
Now, Cyber is one of the more aggressive drivers, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him stick his nose in somewhere and try and make a pass happen. This is Petrie's time where he's got to show some quicker pace. These 0.8s aren't... Oh, he's living his life on the edge there, man.
Yeah.
And AJ with the fast lap, he might be in last, but he's still saying, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm still present. Don't forget about me.
Oh, we got Oscar George in the comments. That's never a good thing. He's saying, breaking news, Gucci is returning to the track next week. Tune in.
I will be on the track next week. I'll be right beside the track in the booth commentating. So, yes, Oscar, thank you so much for mentioning that to the fans out there. That's great. Thank you, sir, for the plug.
Right on, right on. Well, can't wait to see you there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Looking back to the front of the pack here, Trackhawk really has a monstrous lead right now.
Yeah, he does. I think. Yeah, I was just noticing that because I'm now following Cyber there, and I notice he has a pretty comfortable lead right now. So unless he does a real major screw up, yeah, I don't see that changing.
Yeah, he's gonna have to make a really, really bad mistake here. And if I were him, I would just, definitely slow it down a bit through the chicane section. Kind of ease your way through it and just don't die. That's the game plan right now.
Yeah, just keep your line, right? Be consistent, keep the line, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can slow down by a tenth or two and still come away with a win here, especially with these two battling like they are.
Yeah, Cyber's keeping up pretty close with Petrie here, but Petrie is not really, I mean, he's being fluid here, going real smooth in between the chicane and stuff, so not really giving Cyber an opportunity to get in front of him.
Yeah, that's the issue with this track. I mean, the person that you're chasing down really has to make a mistake unless you're just that much quicker than them through the corners to be able to achieve a pass. We got the bunk up here in 5th, trying to chase down Racer Chick. Mad Matt in 6th, trying to run the bunk down. Racer Chick makes a big mistake in the chicane. That's going to give Bunk the position. Bunk up into the top 4, but he goes a little wide. This is the same thing we've seen earlier. Racer Chick just not able to keep it in.
Consistency is everything on this track.
Oh, it really is. I mean, if you make that big of a mistake and you die, it's someone who's consistently slower than you are, but still consistent, are going to beat you. Something must have happened with Mr. Cybergamer, as Petrie now has a really solid gap on him.
Yep, he's slowly getting away. So, I think, like I said, if something severely goes wrong, I think you're looking at your top 3 finishing out these last 5 laps, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Trackhawk is, as I said, slowing it down a little bit more. He's running a 59.7, 59.8. Just taking his time, making sure nothing bad happens. And we have about half, actually exactly half our field is under the minute mark with 59s. Racer Chick and Kinger are both almost right there as well.
But what's interesting, even though he's in 9th, AJ still has the best lap time at 59.4.
Yeah, that is a very, very solid lap time. I mean, that'll be some gold guys will run around there, I'm sure.
I think I know why, though. I think I know why he's got that lap time.
Why is that?
Because I bet you he got himself some glitch energy.
Oh, that'll do it.
You think?
I think he
Yeah.
did.
While we're at it, let's talk about it real quick because Glitch Energy is the official drink for the PRA Racing Association. And believe it or not, Wired, I don't know if you know about this, but they actually have a specialized Gamers Blend. It's a combination of amino acids with some caffeine, and it helps you with enhanced focus and concentration during those intense gaming sessions, as we're seeing right now. And of course, it's going to improve your overall reaction time. Of course, they got some great flavors as well: strawberry margarita, raspberry lemonade, cherry limeade, blackberry lemonade, and the list goes on and on and on. So go to glitchenergy.com, that's spelled Glytch energy.com, and check it out. And once you're there, go to the promo code tab and type in the letters PRA, and they're going to give you 15% off your first order. So how can you go wrong, Wired? Am I right?
You absolutely cannot go wrong. As Gucci was saying, it really helps you improve in some of your gaming, your reaction time, everything like that. I personally have the blackberry lemonade as a hydration option, so it doesn't give you the energy, but just something to drink around the house. And I have the Smurf berries for the gamers option.
Well, you guys are all about the Smurf berries. It must be something pretty good there. You guys like the Smurfs.
I do really enjoy blue raspberry is my favorite flavoring of most drinks and candies and stuff like that. So
Okay.
the Smurf
All right.
berries
Well, anyway,
is a blue raspberry.
there you go. So if you're interested, check out glitchenergy.com. Once again, it is the official drink of the PRA Racing Association.
Well, back into the action here. We are past caution cutoff now, so we are going green to the end. And it looks like the gap between these top three really have not been changing at all. So, as we've said time and time again, if they keep it clean, keep it consistent, this will be your podium right here.
Yeah, Peaches really kind of went away from Cyber, so there's plenty of leg room here between the top three for sure. So yeah, I would be surprised if this was to change at this point of the race here. So only what 1.5 laps left. So
Yeah, definitely not a lot to go. You see Oscar in the chat. Nope, caution on 14. Shout out to Soul Pun. I'm not too sure what was going on in there, but you know we all make mistakes. We're human. It was a good race.
it was a very good race, and props to Oscar. He was in. I mean, it happens. It's just a part of racing, but it was a well-deserved second place of that, and of course, congratulations for Matt for hanging in there and getting the first place job done as well. So
yeah,
it was fun to watch.
It was a great watch. But we are coming around to the white flag lap here. I'm going to ride on board with Trackhawk, and we're going to do a one-lap ride around with this gentleman and see if he makes any big mistakes. Going into corner one, he hits it pretty clean. Maybe could have kept a little more speed, but he's just trying to keep it consistent currently.
Let me put my camera on him too there. I'll join you.
Corner two, he hits very, very well. Going into corner three, he hits it like a champ. Corner four, doesn't quite hit the wall, hit some of the debris that has been left from other incidents. And it looks to me, I mean, I didn't even see Cyber on that back straight when I was riding on Trackhawk, so.
No. He's Trackhawk's pretty much got this, and like as we're seeing here, he's just smooth, consistent, solid. Well done.
But something happened to Petrie because he's now in third.
Oh.
I didn't even realize that.
Me either. I thought for sure this would be it. So
congratulations, Trackhawk, on your win. I got to hop on board with Petrie. Cyber gets on two wheels a little bit, but he's able to maintain speed. He's coming home in second. Petrie coming home in third. Racer Chick going to be crossing that line. Oh, and people are flipping back there. That was Mad Matt and Grandpa you saw in the background doing some beautiful pirouettes and cartwheels. The Bunk coming home in fifth. Mad Matt sixth. Grandpa seventh. AJ, who looks like he's going to hold on to that fast lap, in eighth. Kinger coming home in ninth. Fiend for Speed, who also got down to those 59s, 59.8. So only two people here not in the 59s.
Tell you, this track has just been a joy for everybody here today racing this one. So yeah.
Very, very well done to everybody in the Silver Series. If we can get Trackhawk an invite, Mr. Gucci Man.
Where are you, track? I'm looking for him.
No problem. If you can't find him, I can always jump in and invite him.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, go ahead, because for some reason I cannot get him to come up, so I apologize.
Not a problem, not a problem. Invite players. Are you showing offline, Trackhawk? That might be the problem.
Yeah, because I didn't see him, so I'm
He is showing offline. That's okay.
Okay, well, great job by him. He's probably down at the concession stand getting his free hot dog and Coke, so there you go. Oh, whoa, there he is.
He's showing offline. That doesn't mean I can't invite him. What's going on, Mr. Trackhawk? How you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man. Congratulations on that big win. You had a monster lead at the end of that race, man.
Thank you very much. It was the lead let me drive a little bit more reserved because full send on that track feels a little sketchy, honestly.
Yeah, we noticed when you was racing, as you got further up to the up front, I mean, it was pretty much just maintaining consistency and just staying with your line, which you did an excellent job, man. So, great job racing for sure.
Yeah, thank you. And in practice on a 5 suspension, I got down to 58.912.
Man,
but you're very close to like complete destruction when you're going full send through that last chicane.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
It is when you pull it off. It's a great feeling. Absolutely.
Well, you made it look easy, so my hat's off to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, hats off to you, Mr. Trackhawk, and good luck in race number 2.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, boys.
You too.
You too, bud. Congratulations.
So that was your race number 1 winner, Mr. Trackhawk. Very, very dominating performance from him. He only lost the lead for, I don't know, maybe a lap or two to Cyber before he...
If that, yeah.
Yeah, if that. I think he might have got it back right away, to be honest.
Yeah, he had no problem getting back up the front there, and once he got it, yeah, he was pretty much set. So that's just great racing on his part.
Yeah, absolutely. I see Cyber in the chat. We missed a last lap battle between him and Petrie. I know. I noticed once that lead changed, it was too little, too late. I just wanted to give Trackhawk some credit where credit was due.
Well, there was so much. There was just space, and I thought there was your top 3. I thought everything was going to be fine, so I went right on Trackhawk too to watch him cross the line. And like you said, before we knew it, there was a change. So, go figure.
Yeah, I cycled through the pack and got into Cyber's point of view, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't Petrie.
We're just going to have to get more cameras on the track. That's all there is to it. We just got to get a bigger crew for all this. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But we are going to be getting ready here for 10 laps of qualifying at Big Valley Inner Oval. Now this one, I got to go with my boy Graham or the bunk.
Oh, I'm going with my bestie Graham on this one. I'll put my money on Graham. I'll put 50 cents on him.
You know what? I think I might join you. Let's put $1 on Mr. Graham Paul.
All right. Don't let me down, bestie.
So for those who might be tuning in who don't know, Graham was my first ever friend that I made in PRA way when we were back in the Bronze Series, back in Season 10.
Season 10.
Yeah, it seems like it was just yesterday.
Time flies when you're driving.
That's right. Graham, me and Graham were both learning from Squeller. Obviously, I knew Squeller from real life, so I don't count him as my first friend in PRA.
Yeah, he's a real life friend, so he technically doesn't count. So
Yeah, I've known him for years and years. We went to high school together, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but he was teaching me and Graham just kind of became really good friends, and he's one person that I'm really glad to have met in PRA.
Yeah, I tell you, Graham, he's just a nice guy, and got a great personality. He's fun to talk with and hang out with online. So yeah.
But let's see what he can do out here on the track. He is generally an oval guy. I don't remember if it was last season or the season before, but he swept the ovals at one point in his career.
Ooh. Well, as of right now, Petrie, or no, I'm sorry, that changed real quick. I forgot we're on ovals, so anything can happen. But Kinger so far with the best lap at 16.4.
Yeah, and that'll definitely change around for a little while. And it looks like Fiend is just really riding the bumper of Mr. Grandpa here. Trying to catch that draft that doesn't exist in this game.
Yeah, right? Plus, it's kind of hard on a track like this to kind of space everything out and try to do a good qualifying lap because, it's an oval and it's not very big, so.
Yeah, it's a very tight oval. Cyber with the first person in PRA in the .2s, the 16.274.
And there is not much time differences between any of these laps. I mean, they're just milliseconds.
Oh yeah, that's the fun part about ovals. I mean, if you look at, fifth and sixth, Graham and AJ, they're separated by 0.004 of a second.
Yeah. Again, and that's what makes it interesting because you're thinking, well, this can go to anybody at this point. If they're putting up times this close.
Yeah, I mean, you got your top five all in the .3s or .2. Graham and AJ right there. Matt, Petrie, they're separated by 7 thousandths. They're pretty close.
What's even more interesting, I don't think anyone. Well, I heard somebody hit the wall. I didn't catch who did it, but no one's really bumped into one another that I've seen so far. So
yeah, it's been a fairly clean qualifying session here.
Yeah.
Let's go hop on board with Cyber and see what he's doing to run these .2s. So it seems like he cuts it in very, very far. I don't know if that was just maybe a mistake. That's why we're watching for a whole lap.
Well, I guess, okay, let me ask you this then. What is a good line to race on an oval? I mean, I've heard people say, well, you want to try to keep it in the middle, or I heard some people say, well, you want to start outside, cut down to the inside on a turn. What do you think? What's your input on it?
Yeah, so it really depends on the oval. Cyber just ran a .233 on that last lap there. He did run through the line, but on this oval in particular, I find kind of starting on the outside and ducking into a middle line. On this track, you see the darker
Right.
section on the track. You kind of want to be just on top of that, maybe a little bit to the right of it, is I find where the good groove is here.
So go up a little high, then take a turn going down a little bit, but just above where the dark track lines are, right? Am I understanding you correctly there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, gotcha.
I find that you hold the most speed doing that, and then in qualifying to get a fast time on your last lap, you do want to run through the line. You don't want to turn in at all, because you do turn in slightly before the line, and it scrubs a very minimal amount of speed, but it is speed nonetheless.
Well, you're welcome, everybody. You just got an inside tip from one of the top drivers, so there you go.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. This is, out of all the ovals in the game, this is my second favorite oval.
Really?
I always feel like I'm really competitive here, but then something happens and I die.
Okay.
There was one season where I lagged out. There was another season that I got hooked with W and went into the wall. My silver series, I was tied with Colt going into this final race. And this was the final race of the season. And someone had crashed and stayed down on the inside and kind of drifted back up. Didn't say anything, and I smoked them. And that lost me a bunch of positions.
Well, if we're calling this and all of a sudden we just glitch out, then yeah, there's just this isn't meant for you.
No.
This track, it's cursed.
The other oval, and nobody agrees with me on this one, well, very few people, is Mudford.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a huge fan of Mudford. Mudford in a racing situation on this game sucks. Just because of how laggy it is. If it wasn't laggy, that would be the best oval in this game because you have to hold a super high line to be fast there, and it's terrifying and fun and great.
Yeah, it is a fun track though, isn't it? When you get a bunch of people in your racing, because you can bounce if you don't have the right settings, man. You're just bouncing all over that oval. I mean,
oh yeah, I remember. I think it was Road Slayer season. It's like season 11 or something like that. We ran Mudford, and I mean, I tried so many different setups. Was just trying to find, a good even ground, and I was running like a 1115 or something crazy.
Oh wow!
And it worked.
Yeah.
Some people were running like 5 suspension on that car and it still worked. I don't know.
Oh, no
It was
way.
really fun. It was a blast. So many different setups, so many different lines. It was great.
I've always done it in like a 1 or 2 suspension, to give you a little bit of cushion. At least I
Yep.
thought that works.
We are green here. I always forget how short a pace lap is on this track.
Marcy, yeah, we just keep talking. We're just letting them go. All right.
I am riding on with our boy Grandpa. He kind of fell down the ranks in that qualifying, but still very close lap times between everybody, so you can't fault
I'm
him.
currently on the. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there, bud.
You're
But
good.
I am currently on the bunk right now. Who's currently in third, so it gives you a good view of Cyber and Kinger there, who's in front of them. So
Yeah, and I got a good view of the whole pack in front. Graham just taps the wall a little bit, doesn't lose too much time. He's still good. But you see a good view of why this midline works when you're on with Graham here. He's got AJ on the inside. He was forced to duck a little low to give Graham room. And they've been staying side by side. Graham just gets the slightest pull out of the corners on him.
yeah, it's interesting as I'm watching these top 3 guys. They're pretty much. All 3 of them are doing the exact same line, so that they're not, no one's getting any inside or any outside advantage on one another here because they're just following the exact same line, so they're just kind of perfectly in sync with one another.
Yeah, and what's fun about this track is when you're battling, kind of like Graham and AJ are right now, you will stay side by side for laps and laps and laps. And then when they do pass you, Graham doesn't quite go for it, but you can get an undercut and get right back in on the inside of them and remain side by side.
Now, it's interesting here as Cyber hit the wall just a tad bit on the outside there, and that gave Bunk a little bit of a advantage, but Cyber had no problem just kind of keeping his line there and just staying in second place.
Yeah, that wall, I mean, it's a grabby wall. It'll blast you off or just hold on to you. It's really unpredictable.
But even with the camera on Bunk, I can stay. I'm seeing Track's hood just come right up against Bunk real close on some of these turns. So you're just kind of anticipating something here.
There he is. He's going to edge him out a little bit, pushing it up high. Not enough to touch the wall. That's my favorite thing to do here on this track, is push them to the point of where they're just about to hit the wall. Not like that. He made him hit the wall.
Made him hit the wall a little bit.
But I like to put them up in that scenario and make them make a mistake. It's my favorite thing to do. I find it's the easiest way to get a pass done is just forcing them high and forcing them deeper into the corner than they want to. That's another big thing.
Well, that makes sense the more you talk about it. So, yeah, that's I would think that'd probably be your only advantage as far as doing an oval is just making them run high like that and getting them on the inside.
Yeah, if you're on the inside going side by side into a corner, you want to delay your turn in just a little bit, enough to throw them off their line, get them all frazzled.
Of course, Fiend's coming up on the Bunk now a little bit, trying to go around him or trying to get a little advantage here, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I'm going to hop on board with Petrie as we got a good view of this front pack still.
And Bumskag is requesting for some lap times there.
I got you. We got Trackhawk with a 2:02.
Anything else can we do for you, Bum? Can we get you a Pepsi or something? I mean,
I'll leave some Pepsi warm up in the booth. You're gonna be catching him again for the Gold Series race.
Leave him a nice warm can of Pepsi.
I will.
I think he'll enjoy that.
I might leave him a cup with ice just in case he wants to spice it up a little bit.
Don't leave me ice. No. A nice warm can of Pepsi.
Hey, you know what? My family, we actually keep our pop at room temp. Our soda, as you call it.
I call it pop.
Oh, good man. I like
it's
I
pop.
like this Gucci. It's pop.
East Coast.
Good man.
East Coast pop. Not that West Coast tomfoolery of soda.
And they call it the old sody pop.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's kind of chilled out. I'm going to hop on board with the Bunk again because these guys are the...
Yeah,
oh, never mind. Petrie's going at Fiend for Speed back here. Very little contact made. See, pushing him, getting him off into the high line. Just enough to mess him up. That's exactly what you want.
been hanging with the bunk here this whole time and just watching the top four, and yeah, they're just pretty much in sync right now with everybody. Of course, Kingert has a little bit more space to work with than of course, Cyber and Track and the bunk, but other than that, they're pretty much all just right in the same line.
Yeah, it's really impressive to see. I mean, I remember back in the day in Silver, it was very different than this. Back when me and Mr. Colt Chevy were down in there together, Graham was there, Petrie. Those were the times. We had the old legend Ty Hard up in there with us. It was good fun.
Well, it could be a whole new world here coming up maybe next year, because I keep hearing these rumors of a possible Wreckfest 2 coming out, so that will be interesting.
Yeah, that'll definitely be interesting. Definitely good to bring some new life to the game, as long as it's good.
Definitely needs it. Yeah, I'm all for it. Let's go.
Yeah, and I figured they were working on something, because when they just kind of left touching and fixing this game, adding anything, you kind of got to assume, with how many diehard fans there are of Wreckfest, that they had to be working on something.
Oh yeah, I couldn't see them not doing anything, as popular as it's become, and yeah. Then I started seeing these little tweets of pictures of old cars, actual old cars that they took pictures of and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they're doing something. So that's good.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what that something is. The bunk's kind of falling off pace a little bit here from Trackhawk and Cyber. And that's going to give Petrie a look. Doesn't quite get it done. Tried to go as far inside as he could there to get that position, but just quite not able to get her done.
Oh, heard somebody hit the wall. Not sure who it was, but
I think it would have been Petrie right behind.
Would have been Petrie, because yeah. Let me go back one, see how he's doing.
Bumskeg. I remember when Colt Chevy played games with us. Those were the days, wasn't it? Those were the days. Now Colt shows up on Monday nights and then he's a ghost. Just disappears. But I understand, busy with life and everything like that. It's
yeah. Everyone's got lives, so do what you can when you can, and
yeah, between work, his wife, Chase, his son, and this, it's a Chase, Chance, something like that. Can't remember. Sorry, Colt.
I want to say maybe I keep wanting to say it's Chase, but I am not even sure. So
I think it's Chase or Chance. I can't remember. I remember there was a race that he was looking after his son by himself, and he was like crawling all over him. This guy was still locked in. It was unreal.
Well, I mean, I have great respect for these guys, and all you guys, taking time out to stream these things, and just, it's very time consuming, and it takes a while. So it's just trying to find that right balance of, taking time out to do something like this, and then of course your family comes first. So I get it, totally understand.
Absolutely. And if there's anyone over from the GT7 world who's watching, I had someone ask me this. Why is PSN Wreckfest being streamed and not GT7? I was supposed to have a streamer for GT7 this season, and for some reason or another, I am not going to get into it. He wasn't able to do it, and I just personally don't have the time to, stream this, do my race, officiate, and stream all of GT7. That's 4 nights a week. I just don't have time for that. But going into next season, that's my biggest thing, is to get a streamer for that Gran Turismo 7 series. So they will be back.
Fair enough. And while you were talking there, the bunk hit the wall there a couple times. It gave Petrie a little bit of advantage getting right up to him here, so we'll see how this all pans out. Yeah, got 6 laps left to go here.
Petrie's using him up, trying to get that inside, pushing him off his line. Masterfully. Yep, doesn't hit him into the wall. Very well done. Yep. But Bunk does get a good run coming off that outside line and is able to hold the position. Looking at lap times, it's still Trackhawk holding down that fast lap with a 16.202. But the Bunk does tap the wall again just slightly.
Yeah, he's done that a few times. It's pretty amazing how he's still been able to hold that position even after doing that. That's probably about the 3rd or 4th time I think I've seen him do that.
Petrie comes in, makes big contact. He's just trying to slow him down, trying to get into this top 4 if he can. This is where we're going to stay for now. Actually, I'm going to jump back, see if anything else is happening.
Yeah, I'm not leaving Petrie again, especially after the last race. So
seems like everything else is pretty well settled and locked and loaded. So yeah, I'm going back to Petrie for these last 2 laps as they're coming up to the 39, coming up to the line. 2 to go. And you see 2 great battles. You got Trackhawk and Cyber going at it, as well as Petrie in the bunk.
Petrie's not letting up, and neither is the bunk here, so it's...
White flag, 1 to go. Petrie goes deep into the inside. Makes contact, slows him down slightly, but not quite enough. Let's see, looks like
Buck's got him.
Trackhawk just beat Cyber. Congratulations, Kinger, on the win.
Nice.
Trackhawk in 2nd, Cyber 3rd, the bunk 4th, Petrie 5th, Grand Paul 6th, Fiend 7th, Matt 8th, Racer 9th, AJ sitting at the line in 10th.
Well, our boy got in the top 6, Graham, so, hey.
He did. He made up some positions. That's all you can really ask for.
That's all right. How can you get mad at Graham anyway? Good for you, Graham. Good job, Graham.
Well done, everybody. I'm going to invite Mr. Kinger up into the booth.
Good races tonight.
Yeah, they were both very, very solid races. Let me see. I hope he's showing online. Unlike Mr. Trackhawk. He is. Perfect.
Get his cold can of Pepsi out for him.
Yeah, he wants.
Winner gets a cold one.
What did he want? He wanted a can of Pepsi and an Orville Redenbacher. Mr. Kinger, congratulations on another win this season. How you feeling, buddy? That's good. That's good.
Good to hear from you. Yeah, that's great. Great insight there. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better.
We will wait until he's fully here.
He must have had some popcorn in his mouth or something, trying to...
Popcorn.
There he is.
Yeah, there he goes. All right.
Kinger, congratulations, buddy, on another win. How you feeling?
I had the shakes like no other, not going to lie. if it weren't for Cyber and Trackhawk going at it behind me, they would have caught up to me.
Oh, yeah, and they were going at it hard, especially on that last lap there. But, you were able to get into the lead. And actually, you started in, what, 2nd?
2nd. I started outside, and I don't know what happened to Cyber in the first corner, but I think he may have missed a shift because I don't know how it happened. I was just gone after that.
Oh, that's brutal.
You really was. Once you got in front, no one got to you, so you held on very well. So yeah, congratulations to you.
Yeah, congratulations.
PRA shakes are real with this one right now.
Oh, they are. Well, congratulations on another win, and hey, let's see what you can do up with the big dogs in the Gold Series.
Oh,
there you go.
I'll be going through the sign and probably into the catch fence again.
Hey, you know what?
You guys saw that earlier in the first race.
Oh, I caught a lot of flips. It was fun. Especially
Quite entertaining,
especially in that qualifying session. That was wild.
I couldn't get anything going, just like in the race. I had nothing.
And you know what? That happens to the best of us. But congratulations once again, and good luck tonight in the Gold Series. Me and Mr.
Good luck
Gucci.
to you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Kinger. Great job, bud.
Thanks, Gucci. You guys have a good night.
You
as
too,
well, bud.
sir. Well, that has been your race number 2 winner. Again, congratulations to Trackhawk and Kinger on their respective wins tonight. And let's wish them all the best in their Gold Series endeavor tonight.
Absolutely.
But we are going to be signing off here. Mr. Bumskag is going to be jumping back up into the chat to commentate some Gold Series. This has been week number 4 Silver, and we'll see you later.
See you guys.